Yo guys, what is up? My name is Jeracraft and I'm excited today because you know that one video where we savagely beat up a bunch of those...
I'm a gangster!
Yeah, that video where we transformed the Woodland mansion. I think the house looks really good. Maybe I got a little bit carried away, just a little bit, but I thought it would be a great idea to venture into the mansion today and start working on the interior. Honestly guys, we haven't done any sort of interior work since about 6 months ago, and I just cannot wait for you guys to check this out. Right guys, now some of the original build is still intact, but most of the place is an absolute mess. It's like one gigantic maze with half-cut staircases around 4 different levels, and the place just looks like it was built by Picasso while he was drunk. Like seriously guys, before we start the transformation, just check out how massive this place is, and this is just including the first and second floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the transformation of the front entrance, and the idea is to make the rooms a lot bigger than normal to make sure we use enough of the space as possible. Like seriously, if we don't, the house is going to end up with like 500 bedrooms. Now I honestly must have spent around 3 hours just trying to come up with a decent staircase. It's a shame we don't have any sort of banisters for the stairs, and I did try a few different designs but it just wasn't working out. But the idea was to build a house in a sort of woodland style, basically a half medieval haunted house before it actually turned haunted, if that makes any sense at all. And I know Halloween is a long way away, but transforming this entire build again into a sort of adventurous Halloween mansion with a few hidden secrets would be quite a Halloween special to try out. But yeah, that's kind of a long way away. Overall though, the mansion is off to a good start with a grand looking entrance, 3 chandeliers and a fancy spiral staircase leading to the second floor. And I know I say this a lot, but it did turn out way better than I was hoping for. If we do take a look at the original mansion entrance, well yeah, look at this place, it's absolutely horrible. What a load of... So anyway, moving on to the next room, which would be the grand library. I'm kind of just going from idea to idea, and I thought the second floor would be the best place to build it. This is another one of those rooms where we can just take up a bunch of empty space within the mansion. It's also currently one of my favorite rooms. I mean, what's an old mansion without a grand library, right? Initially though guys, we do have to incorporate some of the survival aspects of Minecraft into this mansion, and I thought the best place to build an enchanting room would obviously be within the library. Where though, well, I kind of went a bit crazy and built this redstone hidden secret entrance behind a fireplace. Don't even ask how long it took me to put this together. I'm really not the best when it comes to redstone, but basically by flipping the lever, this will in turn open up the fireplace and reveal the secret entrance. The really cool thing is that once you flip the lever again, it does reignite the fireplace. I'm sure it's probably basic for some people, but I really struggled to get that done. Now I'll let you guys decide whether you want the enchanting room within the library. This mansion is absolutely massive, so I'm probably splitting this video into 2 parts, giving you guys a chance to share some ideas in the comments below. As for now, let's move on back to the first floor and start working on the left side of the mansion. Luckily, we do still have some of the original corridors that we can just upgrade. Basically, this corridor is going to split into 3, leading to the food storage unit, kitchen, and dining room. So guys, the food storage unit does also lead to the back garden, which is beside the kitchen, so it all kind of makes sense, and it's very important to make good use of the layout. So just to give you guys a better perspective, as we walk to the end of the corridor, we have this section that splits into 3. This will be converted into the kitchen. Then over to the right here, we have straight ahead the storage unit, and that of course leads to the back garden, as I mentioned before. So it's all slowly coming together, and I think we're making some good progress. Over to the left as well, we'll try and figure out what we can do here. But for now, we're going to be fitting in the dining hall as well. So first off, let's build the kitchen. As long as we have a fireplace to cook food, we should be good to go. But for a house this big, you would probably have your own personal cooks preparing a feast for you and your guests. Right guys, so let's move over to the next corridor and start making space for the dining room. There's still so much empty space to cover despite the massive rooms, which is why I need you guys to share some ideas in the comments below so that we can add them in the next video. As for the dining hall, using spruce wood stairs and doors to make chairs always works really well, and I'm sure you guys know of that trick already. You can just imagine the kind of medieval feast you would throw in a room like this. I also, of course, upgraded the corridor, which now leads over to the other side of the house. I'm sorry, okay? I just love punching doors. But guys, we're making a good amount of progress so far. We've got a grand front entrance, kitchen, food storage unit. The dining room is looking pretty good. The corridors are upgraded. And if we walk straight down this corridor, this will lead to the front of the house. As you can see, this place is absolutely massive. And despite the massive rooms, it doesn't seem to be getting any better. There's just so much empty space. This will lead down to the basement. And I need you guys, again, to give some feedback in the comments below. We do need to upgrade the right side of the house. And we have all this empty space left to design. Yeah, okay, I promise that may just be the last time. But hey guys, we're gonna do one last upgrade to the house before we end part 1. As if the house wasn't big enough already, I've decided to build a basement. For now, we're gonna start with a wine cellar, a kind of Spanish looking wine cellar, using stair blocks to create barrels of wine. I do have to say though, it does get a little bit creepy at this point, as I've also decided the best place to build a nether portal was in the basement. I've also added a bit of redstone just to make it a slight bit more interesting. Now, as for creepy, well, for some reason I thought it'd be a great idea to build a crypt, because, you know, who doesn't love dead people living under your house? Tell me to go fetch the wine, you're right. So I think this place can just stay on lockdown for now, and I think I'll just go punch some more doors.
I'm a gangster.
Right guys, so there's still a ton of empty space to cover, so let me know in the comments below what you wish for me to add next. If you guys are enjoying this transformation, make sure to smash the like button with your nose. That's the challenge, and we can move on to part 2 in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Jeracraft, over and out.